Let's go to this now. Deputy President Paul Mashatile will launch the Clean Cities and Towns campaign in Soweto today. Mashatile says the nationwide initiative aims to create cleaner, greener and more inclusive urban spaces. The Deputy President will be joined by the Gauteng Premier, Panyaza Lesufi, and the City of Joburg's Mayor, Dada Morero. Our reporter, Nqobile Madlala, is on that story. First, Nqobile, tell us about what informed this campaign. What is government saying about why this campaign is important?
Well, Aldrin, the idea is to ensure that all these cities that we have seen a lot of people complaining about how dirty they are, that they finally cleaned. You'll remember the city of Johannesburg not so long ago was faced with EPW issues where we saw quite a lot of pile of rubbish that was just laying bare in the city. Those are some of the issues that has been affecting most of the cities around the country. So this is to ensure that there is a movement on the ground for the communities to actually go hand in glove and start cleaning their cities. But we're better to do all of this than in a place where actually in 1955 there was a signing of the charter. So where we are currently, which is the Walter Sisulu Square, we understand that this becomes very significant because this is the cornerstone really of democracy, and this is where we're going to see the leaders coming in to speak about the importance of having these cleaner cities. But I want to bring in now the city spokesperson to speak about the relevance of this, especially in the city of Johannesburg, as I was just explaining to Aldrin, having seen that there are so many issues that plague the city, especially when it comes to the fact that there's no cleanness. How is this relevant?
This is quite relevant and it's quite opportune for us. If you remember, early in the week, the Mayor of Johannesburg launched what we call Cleaner Joburg 100 Spots. The aim of this campaign, it's really to look at problematic spots and areas and work with communities to say, let's repurpose them. We were in Sinawana earlier in this week, and there was a terrible spot where they used to dump anything, including rubble, building rubble, and that was transformed into a mini park. And that mini park has gym equipment for kids to play and so forth. And the community was impressed to say, at last, we finally found a better use for this space. So the Cleaner Joburg 100 Spots, it's a campaign that will support what the Deputy President will be launching today, because the Deputy President is saying, throughout the country, let's look at cities becoming clean and our towns becoming cleaner, so that we mobilize communities, we work with all the resources that we have, and we ensure that there's cleanliness. It's also about people being educated to adopt cleaner habits and be able to work with their local authorities to be able to keep their places clean.
And of course, this area specifically that's been chosen in itself has experienced vandalism in the past and was one of the areas that people were even scared to come in because of what had happened here. We've seen that, of course, there's been an improvement.
Yes, for us, this is a very important space. This square, Walter Sisulu Square of Dedication, is commemorating 70 years this year. And for us, it's very important that we revamp this square. What happens is that this is one of the tourist attractions in Soweto. One of the sad realities that because of the decline, the Soweto Theatre down, the Soweto Hotel down there has suffered a lot of loss in terms of people visiting or coming to stay here. So if we revamp this place as an economic hub of Cape Town, as part of the urban development framework of Cape Town, we know that we will be improving the economic stature of this area, and that on its own will be able to revive the opportunities for employment for residents of Cape Town. We've had so many complaints about lack of service around here, including the informal space that side. So we want to make sure that we revamp the entire Cape Town, including the CBD, including this square.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. And of course, we're going to show you those activities that are taking place there. So you will see there's a lot of activity on the ground, Aldrin. We are, of course, expecting that the Deputy President, as well as the Premier and the City of Johannesburg's Mayor, to be able to be speaking on the stage as well, to speak to the people of Klip Town. As you could hear there from the City of Johannesburg, this becomes a very, very important space for them, especially because it holds history in itself. And as historic as it is, it needs to be in a greater condition. But so are our cities across the country.